in this video, we're delving into WWE Games match types, but not the match types that we're used to seeing in the games. No, we're going for something different in this one. We're going to shine a light on match types that surprisingly have never made their way into WWE games. These are match types we've witnessed on WWE TV before, some being a little rare and some being quite common, but they all share the same thing in common: never being in a WWE video game. Join us now as WrestleGamia looks at 9 match types that have never been in a WWE video game. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we upload a video. Number 1. 10-Man Tag Match. The 10-Man Tag Match, which has always been the monumental clash as part of the WWE Survivor Series pay-per-views before being replaced by the War Games match of late, has yet to make its presence felt in WWE video games. Now, even though WWE for now has moved away from this match type at Survivor Series, 10-man tag teams have still been featured on WWE TV, whether it's Raw or SmackDown or PLEs. This match type is still one that's happening, so it makes sense to one day bring it into the WWE 2K series. The primary challenge lies in the hardware limitations, particularly the formidable task of rendering 10 superstar models simultaneously. However, with the gaming world's transition to more powerful consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X, the dream of experiencing this legendary match type in digital form is starting to get closer and closer. It could be something that comes with the move away from the past generation of consoles, with WWE 2K still releasing on PS4 and Xbox One. But imagine the day we finally get this match type. Picture the thrill of assembling your dream team of 5 WWE superstars and diving into a massive tag team encounter with a rival team or even a rival brand, delivering unforgettable moments and pure chaos within the virtual squared circle. We personally can't wait to see it. Number 2. Fight Pit Match. The Fight Pit Match has appeared in recent WWE events like the 2022 Extreme Rules event where Seth Rollins faced off against Matt Riddle. This match type stands out for its intense MMA-style action, and unlike your usual steel cage match, the fight pit wraps the ring in a steel cage and adds a fighting platform at the top, enclosed by yet another cage layer. But here's the kicker: you don't win by getting out, but by knocking out your opponent or making them submit. That's where it gets its MMA rep from. And now here's the thing: despite it being used recently on WWE TV, the fight pit is still MIA in WWE 2K games. Its absence had been understandable before, as it only been used on NXT, but now it being used on the main roster shows its absence has started to become more and more noticeable, especially since it could offer gamers something new and exciting to the 2K series, similar to how the War Games match in 2K23 offered something up that was unlike we'd never seen in a WWE 2K game before. Bringing the fight pit into the game would not only keep things current with what fans see on TV, but it would also introduce a match type that's never been in a WWE game before. We're all waiting to see it happen. Number 3. Stretcher Match. Stretcher matches, despite being done quite a few times in WWE, they've never rolled into the WWE 2K series ever before. These matches centered around the objective of wheeling your opponent past a designated point on a stretcher while preventing your opponent from doing the same to you. It's fair to say that this match type could be done quite easily in 2K games, as it would likely be just a case of doing a minigame to push the stretcher over the mark and it being based on the amount of damage that has been done on your opponent. Number 4. Punjabi Prison. The Punjabi Prison match is one of the rarest matches in WWE ever, only happening 3 times on TV and most recently in 2017. It's a visually stunning and distinctive concept that has yet to find its way to WWE video games. This match type features 2 colossal bamboo cages with the objective of escaping both cages to secure a win. When this match happened in 2006 and 2007, it seemed likely that it could end up being in a future SmackDown vs. Raw game at the time, but as it became extremely rare, it became more doubtful that it'd ever be seen in a WWE video game. For it to ever be considered to be done in a WWE game, it'd have to be a match type that is once again being used as frequently as it was in 2006 and 2007, possibly even longer to warrant a match type spot in 2K. Though it's an unlikely inclusion, it's fair to say that this would have been an interesting and possibly fun match type had it ever made it to the 2K series. Number 5. Strap Matches. Strap matches aren't the most common of match types in WWE history, but they aren't super rare either. They've been used on TV as recently as 2022, so it's recent enough to consider adding it as a match type in WWE games. In a strap match, both competitors are physically tethered together by a leather strap. As of late, the rules have just been the same as a normal match: win by pin or submission, although previously there had been a version where the objective was to touch all 4 corners of the ring in succession. Now this match type sounds like a fun one to add to the games, but could it even be added? and this is where things get a little tricky. Implementing strap matches in WWE games might not be as straightforward as it sounds. Technically, having two character models tied together throughout the match without it turning into a glitchy mess could be a monumental task. The intricate physics and animations required to make this match type work seamlessly within a 2K game could pose a significant challenge to game developers, and it could be an impossible obstacle. Number 6. Iron Survivor Challenge Match. The Iron Survivor match, a recent addition to WWE, made its debut just last year, rendering it impossible to include in 2K23. The omission was understandable, but there's optimism that this vital annual NXT match will find its way in 2K24. This match bears some resemblance to a previously removed WWE game match type known as the Championship Scramble. Contestants enter a match one by one, with the objective being to secure as many falls as possible, while those who are pinned must spend 90 seconds in the penalty box. As long as 2K can execute the penalty mechanics effectively, adding this match to the game should pose a little challenge. The groundwork is already in place, with Iron Man matches already a part of the game and the Championship Scramble having been a feature in the past. Time will tell, but 2K24 might be the game to introduce it, especially given the match's return in 2023. Number 7. Dumpster Match. Surprisingly, the Dumpster Match made its debut in ECW Anarchy Rules back in 2000, but is yet to be included in any WWE video game. This unique match type revolves around the objective of tossing your opponent into a dumpster and sealing the lid to secure a victory. In the ECW game version, the process is simplified. You merely need to pummel your opponent until their health bar turns red, and then you can effortlessly just throw them into the dumpster. This particular match type is a rarity, much like several others mentioned in this video, but in fact it had only occurred 3 times in WWE history, making its absence from WWE video games very understandable. The likelihood of it being featured in a future WWE game is incredibly low. Unless there's a resurgence of this match type being used more on TV, WWE game players may need to turn to ECW games for their dumpster match fix, because this match is likely never going to appear in a WWE video game. Number 8. Weaponized Cage Matches. While we've seen weapons make their way into the ring during showcase matches in WWE 2K15 and 2K16, WWE video games haven't yet added the concept of a fully fledged weaponized cage match as a choosable match type. Imagine the excitement of not being restricted to use just the cage itself as a weapon. Picture a scenario where you can introduce chairs, tables, kendo sticks, garbage cans, and a variety of weapons into the cage. The possibilities are exciting. It's a match type where most of the groundwork is already in place thanks to the existing cage match option. All that's needed is the inclusion of weapons to create a true weaponized cage match. This match has also been used more and more frequently on WWE TV, even occurring on this year's NXT. This makes its eventual inclusion more possible. And number 9. Something on a Pole Match. And last but not least, let's talk about Something on a Pole Match, a unique bout that's yet to find its way into a WWE video game. An object is suspended high above the ring on a pole, and the challenge is to retrieve it before your opponent does. While this match type has garnered some humor, thanks in part to Vince Russo memes about his frequent use of the pole matches, it's worth noting that it's not just a joke, it's also made an appearance on WWE TV as recently as 2020. These bouts usually involve retrieving a weapon such as a kendo stick from a pole, or in the case of when Elias was in WWE, even a guitar. Perhaps introducing the option to have a certain weapon on a pole match in WWE games could be a sensible and feasible way to incorporate this unique match type into the 2K series. But there you have it, folks, 9 match types that have never been in a WWE video game. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling video game content.